Hello, everybody. Welcome to Keep Building Yourself. My name is Jessie. Oh my gosh. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Best of 2023. It's been long. Thank you so much. It's been too long, but I'm back and I'm so grateful and I appreciate you guys that you guys are here and who are watching my videos and commenting. Thank you so much. So today I want us to talk about the systems that help us to win, systems to win, how to build up or to share rather my systems that helps me to win. Because you know what I love about what I like about the beginning of the year, we all have the energy, we all pumped up, we're excited because of what it's a new year, hey, which is good. But the truth is motivation does stop, life does happen to us, and we stop to be consistent, we stop to do things that we're supposed to do. Then and I said especially last year, where I focus on what can help me to win, what should I do to help me to keep on being consistent, to keep on doing things that will work for me, what other things that can work for me. And I decided I have placed the systems in place that helps me to win, because if I don't do that, I get excited, and other times when I'm not motivated and I don't do it. So then I decided, you know what, I just don't want to be excited for 1 week, or be excited for 2 weeks, then I stop, or be excited in Jan, then in December or in the middle of the year I'm not doing things that I promised myself. So I want to be the best, I want to be intentional, and I want to win. And what can I do? So in terms of self-care, things that I do, self-care, which is for me, self-care, I'm adding exercise, taking care of me, and being consistent. What I do before I go to bed, I make sure that I leave the clothes on the sofa, because I know that in the morning I can decide that it's too late or I don't have time. Before I even come up with so many excuses, as soon as I go to the first of all, I wake up and I go to the loo. When I come back, I put on my clothes. And after putting on the clothes, I go, it depending on how I feel. If I feel like I feel tired or I'm not motivated, I go and stretch. I go to the kitchen, which is to open up the blinds. I go to the kitchen, then I stretch by the kitchen, and I also leave the kettlebell in there, that I need to find something that I can do so that I don't stop. I stretch by the kitchen, then I do the kettlebell. Why I do that? Because I want to win with exercising. And once I finish with stretching, I started pretending like I'm running, or I just put it in my mind, like let's go to the stadium and run. Sometimes you need to do things like that helps you to win, because it's not easy to be consistent, and we don't always, or maybe should I say, I don't always get excited to exercise, but I decided that I have to, or I need to do things that will be easy for me. Because if I don't put the clothes outside, if I don't place the clothes on the sofa, or gymming clothes on the sofa, I'm not going to do it. But if I wake up and I see them, I automatically put it on. Or I wake up and I see the dumbbell or kettlebell on the floor, I know I need to go walk. I've just said okay, I'm going to do a farmer's walk. And from there, I know immediately as I start stretching in the kitchen, it's automatically that I need to run, which is, it's goofy. It's not even excellent, and it doesn't have to be perfect. But because of I'm doing it, I know that I did that. Even whether I do it for 5 minutes or whether I do it for 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. The fact is, did I exercise today? Yes, I did. That's what helps me to keep being consistent. So I go up. Then after that, after I finished playing or acting goofy with my kettlebell, all I'm saying is you need to find things that works for you and do the things that you love. I love skipping, I love walking with kettlebell, and I love riding a bike. So I find things that will give me chance to win. Because if I don't do that, I'm not going to exercise and I don't stay focused. Then after that, I also come back. Sometimes if I don't feel like I don't really feel like exercising, I do my goofy thumbnail recording. So I pretended I'm recording to my sister. I always recorded and sent it to my sister, and I said and I will be playing with those kettlebell and saying whatever thing to say that I can do all things through Christ the Lord, which is the verse, or I'm saying I'm powered, I'm good, I am pumped up, or I say all this funny stuff that will help me to do it. And since I've done that, I have I can just say most of the time in 2022 I did my exercising without struggle, because of sometimes I'm not focusing on exercising, but I'm focusing off playing or recording, because I'm seeing myself making it to be goofy, because if it's fun for you, it's going to be easy for you to do it and do things that you love. Because if you start doing things that you love, it's easy to stay focused. And another point is in terms of, let's talk about my finances. How do I manage to save? How do I manage to focus and be able to be accountable with my money? And number one thing that I do is budget. And I always talk about budget. Budget, guys, is my friend. It's my map. It's my direction. It helps me to see where I am. It helps me to see what to do, and it gives me a clear picture. And another thing that I do, I automate. So in order for my investment, I set it up in automation, where I automate my thing, because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to tempt myself, and I know myself that if I don't do that, I'm just going to use that money to shop. I'm going to find a project that I need to do. I'm going to go to Woolworths and buy stuff, because I love Woolworths. So it's easy for me if I just place a budget and automate it. And another system that I use in terms of my finances, I use cash. Swiping for me, it's a weakness, because I can spend so much. If I swipe, I don't feel guilty. I don't even feel it that I'm spending money. But if I see the cash living, oh my God, if I see cash, I feel guilty, and I'm like, okay, I'm using all of my money. I don't want to finish my money. So for me, using cash to buy, whether I'm buying grocery or I'll rather maybe give it to my husband cash to go buy something, it's easier than when I'm swiping. Because of swiping, I don't feel guilty, and I feel like it makes me feel like I have money, and I don't want that. So using cash, it helps me to win and to be able to save. And another thing that I've already added into my into my finances is being able to track my spending. Ooh, and when I started to see what I do, it's so painful and I started tracking what I spend and where do I go and how much. And when I use the tracker, the money tracker, I saw that there are chances that I could save that money or I could use for other things, but I misuse money because of I just buy without thinking. Just because if I have money, I just buy. You know what I mean? So since I started tracking, I am seeing a big difference. And another form that I'm using to encourage me to save, it's can we just tell the truth that saving is also not easy? But I also now started to do the savings challenge. I've been doing savings challenge, but this year I am into it. I'm focusing more on savings challenge so that I can save for emergency funds. I can save for sinking funds and be able to do other projects other project that will help me to win. So I also I do things that will help me to win, and in order to do that, I also added the money box. And when I buy the money box, I buy the money box that I cannot open because if I have access to that money, I'm gonna spend it. But if it's sealed and I have to use something to break that thing, I know I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to be consistent with it. So I've added the savings challenge. I've added the money box challenge, you can also watch on I've got the I did also record the videos of the some of the saving challenges that I have designed and that I have started to use to save. So those are the things for my finances that I do. And another part that I do is reading, because we need to read. And in order for us to read or to listen, in order for us to read, the system that I use every day when I go to work, on my way to work, I listen to the audiobook. And I listen to the audiobook, and when I arrive at work, if I'm early and I'm still waiting for them to open the office, or somebody hasn't arrived as yet, I started taking out my book and I read. And that is it has helped me so much, because if I managed to read so many books last year rather, even this year I've started reading and listening, and that is it's helping me. If I'm not listening to an audiobook, I'm listening to a podcast. If I'm not listening to a podcast, then I read a physical book at work while I'm waiting for my husband to pick me up, or while I'm waiting for the waiting for them to open. I'm at the office to open for us, because sometimes I come too early, then the office is still locked. So while I'm waiting, I'm doing something, because if I realize that if you don't do that, you're gonna think of you don't have time, but you need to find little things. And sometimes reading doesn't mean that you're going to read the whole book. It could just be literally you reading just one page, or you're reading 2 paragraphs. Then when you finish work, while you're waiting for transport to come, or on your way to work, you start reading, or you listen to podcast or audiobook. Like, find things that will work for you, because if I don't do that, I end up not doing anything. And it's best to do your best, because if nobody has time, but if you are serious or you want to see the changes in your life, you're gonna make time to do things that matters to you. And to do things that matters to you, you'll find little things. Your things might not necessarily be exactly how you might not do things how I do them, but find a system that will work for you. You want to win, so place systems, put things that will make it easier for you to win. And another thing that I do, I have a group. There's just 3 of us, and I like it, small groups, which is, I call them my accountability partner. So each time I want to do something, or I want to do something that challenges me, I send into the group, or I tell them, guys, I'm interested into participating. Like my thing that I need to do this year is driving, because I have a license. However, I'm scared to drive, and I need to overcome that. So that's the thing that I told them, like, guys, this year, each time you talk to me, keep asking me, did you drive? Did you start driving? When are you driving? What did you do? Because if you don't also put people that helps you to be accountable, you end up setting up the goals. After setting up the goals, you don't do action. But when you have people that keep you accountable, that help you, that pushes you, or put that nudge to say, hey, did you drive today? Did you exercise today? Did you read? How much did you save? You are able to do that. Sometimes it may happen that you don't have accountability partners, but you can also use things like WhatsApp, where you add your status. After you exercise, you just record yourself and you post it to say, I managed to do 20 counts of skipping. That is also accountability, because as other people get inspired at the same time, but you place it into your thing to say, I did it. It might not make sense to someone that is watching your status, but to you, it's like your check mark. So find ways that are easy and doable for you, that will help you to win. Set up the systems. Don't think that you're always going to be motivated. Don't think that you're always going to be disciplined. You're always going to wish that you can exercise. And there are times where lives happens. Can we be real? Life happens to us. We face hard times other times, or our schedule doesn't match other times. But when you set up system, think of things that will be easy for you to do. Can I be able to skip in 5 minutes? Yes, I can. So you also accept that sometimes you might not be able to exercise for the whole hour or for the whole 10 minutes. You can only do it for 5 minutes because you need to wake up early and be somewhere. So I think like, okay, in winter it's hard for us to wake up. So what can I do? I can still carry my kettlebell, 8 kg, and walk around with it for 5 minutes, and when I come back to work I can still do the same thing, or I can be able to skip for 5 minutes, or I can do my boxing with my my little goofy boxing with holding kettlebell for 5 minutes or for 3 minutes, so set things that whether it's winter you're going to be able to do it, it's summer you're going to be able to do it. Because if winter we're going to say you're not exercising because of it's too dark or it's too cold, do things that that you can even do it inside or outside. I can skip indoors, I can also skip outside. I can also ride a bike for good 10 minutes quickly before I go to work. So that's what I'm just saying, like put in place things that are going to help you to win, because you want to win, you want to go somewhere, you want to see yourself reaching your goals. And in order for you to reach your goals, you need to place you need to find ways that can help you. And if you failed, you tried certain things and you failed, it's okay. Find one thing that you will be able to do for the whole 2023. What is it that you can do that is going to help you to win, that is going to make you feel that what, I didn't manage maybe to save 10,000 rand or 20,000 rand, but I managed to save 3,000 rand. That to me, it's a winning. So don't be hard on yourself. Accept things that you can do in this season. So don't compare yourself to say, okay, so and so managed to save 100,000. For me, I only managed to save 3,000 rand. 3,000 rand comparing to not having 3,000 rand. It's a big difference. So you'd rather have 3,000 rand than not having it, So let's keep saving. Let's keep reading, let's do things that will help us to be somewhere else. You want to win. Keep pushing yourself. Keep doing the things that will help you, right? Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I am back and I'm excited, and I will see you on the next one. Much love. Ciao for now.